Little bit of music.
These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. A quarter after midnight, and I'm watching the wall. Sometimes I feel so uptight, I just can't sleep at all. Every day doing the same old thing, we're losing time. The weekend comes, we gotta have some fun and rewind. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. I feel the rope tightening, choking off our air. We need to grab some lightning. Friday's almost here. Caught in a web, we need to cut this thread we're hanging by. Where is it said you have to be half dead to survive? These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder. We're gonna make time stand still. We gotta feel the hunger, hanging over the edge just to taste the thrill. These are the days of thunder.
There we go. It must be time.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WordPress Plugins A to Z, not Z.
It's episode 663. Jingle all the plugins. Holiday magic to deck your WordPress site. All coming up on WordPress Plugins from A to Z. WordPress, the king of content management systems, powering the web with over 80,000 plugins to choose from. How do you sort the junk from the gems? Welcome to WP Plugins A to Z, where we've been keeping the pulse of WordPress alive for over 16 incredible years. Join us every week for an unrehearsed, real talk breakdowns of the latest and greatest plugins, developer and community member interviews. Some weeks, Amber and I team up to dig in. Others, I'm flying solo, unpacking WordPress news, demoing a standout plugin, or sharing tips to power up your site. No scripts, no fluff, just the good stuff from A to Z. So plug in and let's get rolling. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you have you hiding out there on the globe today. Coming to you directly from the brewery overlooking beautiful southern Vancouver Island. I'm John Overall, and with me is the ever lovely
Amber Lynn.
There we go, and we have a show for you today. Well, happy Merry Christmas, everyone. This is coming to you a couple days before Christmas. We're coming to you from the past, but into the future, as we usually do at this time of year, because this is pre-recorded, and it is approximately 12 o'clock on December 22nd right now. That's 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. At any rate, I don't have a whole lot of other miscellaneous things there, so at that point there, I think we'll just do this.
Thank you for sharing, John. Now get down from that soapbox.
So welcome everybody to episode 663, and it has been named Jingle All the Plugins, Holiday Magic to Deck Your WordPress Site, which I think is a fun name. So as my dad mentioned, this is not live, it's pre-recorded because we always try to put our family first, especially this time of year. So we pre-recorded for you so we could go off and play in the snow with our kids. Maybe I'll actually manage to win the snowball fight this year. What do you think?
Not a chance in hell.
What? I think it's entirely possible. I'm always the one who gets first blood with the snowballs.
Yeah, well, that's because you stuff rocks in them.
Do not. It's ice.
Ice, rocks, not a lot of difference in the winter time anyway.
So a couple of things before we begin today. If you got the frozen white stuff, throw on the layers and go out and play. If you go outside, make sure that if you have the white stuff, you get outside and freeze so you have a really good reason to come in and consume massive amounts of hot chocolate. And when imbibing grandma's eggnog, be sure to have a designated driver. Or, just lose your keys somewhere in the snow. Lot safer. You'll find it in the springtime sometime. And lastly, 40% or more of booze does kill germs. Therefore, you should have at least one shot a day to keep your health up.
Yes.
Jägermeister also works for this. It does work because it's like just the boozy Buckleys, but it really tastes horrible.
Mhm.
So if you can avoid it, go for something else. But we actually use Jägermeister. It does keep you healthier.
Rum works best.
Rum is all right.
Yeah.
It tastes like burnt sugar to me now.
Well, no accounting for taste.
And our artist for this fantastic image, this is Grok.
This is Grok.
All right.
Grok
He's getting some humor back.
Well, he's getting humor. I've learned how to have him create me magnificent prompts. I don't tell him I'm having him create the prompt for me. I tell him I'm having him create the prompt for DALL-E, and then I use that prompt to have him create the art.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so basically I tell him I need you to create this prompt for a art generated machine, and I throw it at him, and he gave me this. He actually gave me two different types, or two different ones. This one here is the best of the two. And,
Yeah.
There's got Santa sitting, looks like he's taking a crap down the chimney, but hey. But it's got the elves are bringing presents like Woo and a couple of other things. And the other one was just, you couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. It looks a little shady.
The second, that one's a little shady. Well, that one there, the viewers don't get to see these wonderful things because I don't have it all set up to showcase them for here. We got just this one piece of art, what all the viewers get to see. If you're looking at this on YouTube, you can go check out the artwork and whatnot. We've got all kinds of really cool art and well, we've got lots of other great stuff. And yeah, Grok's been doing really well. His latest incarnation, he's actually creative again.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I've been getting some really, truly amazing stuff out of him. I've gotten some really psycho stuff here. Let me go show some of the psycho stuff I've got from him. That I can show to our lovely audience here. They'll get to check this out. We'll bring this over and they can check it out. They go find it themselves over at dreamsabout.com. This is the art that Grok has been creating me.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, let's bring it up. So let's go take a look at it so I can actually bring it up there, nice and full screen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Very esoteric.
Well, yeah. Well, I learned how to feed him stuff.
Oh, you're speaking Grok.
Yeah. Well, what I done, see, and then we've got this one.
That is really cool. That's a picture I could stare at for ages.
Which one? The shadow here?
Nope. That one's a little creepy.
This one? Well, this one's supposed to. What the interesting thing about this one is that it is based upon Carl Jung's artwork.
That makes sense.
Because what I did was I found Carl Jung's Red Book, which is out of copyright, so I can do anything I want with it. And I took the art from it, and the book is like 200 pages that you get as the PDF. So I picked the PDF pages with just his art, exported them out. Then I fed that PDF to Grok and said, create me some art based upon this stuff.
Cool.
With whatever prompts I got him. So yeah, it's some really cool stuff. So anyway, that is enough rambling about Grok and the artwork. So
it's getting awesome.
Yeah, if you feed the prompts correctly, you get I've gotten some truly amazing stuff out of him in the last 3 weeks as far as feeding. I've been curating my prompts for months though, and refining my prompts for everything I do. So
Well, the next thing we have is WordPress tips.
WordPress tips. Do we have WordPress tips?
Well, sort of. It's short.
You
sweet to
like
the
it the
point. I'm just waiting for the
eggnog
noise.
drink? You like it the egg? Oh, WordPress tips. Well,
Yeah.
that's
Please,
news.
can everybody-
That's news.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's.
I thought I got the Wii for my WordPress tip noise.
Oh, you want your sound? Oh, well, see,
Yeah.
we're out of sync here because I have everything set up in a very specific pattern.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
So it's very simple. It's just you like it to eggnog, drink it to eggnog. You like it to wine, drink to wine. You like it to ginger ale, drink to ginger ale. Don't forbid yourself treats just because you think you need to stay healthy all the time or whatever other reason people have to torture themselves.
Yeah.
Have fun. You only live once, so enjoy it. Just remember to be responsible as well.
Yeah.
And remember, all work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy.
Responsible. Is
Yeah,
that what I heard for you?
responsible.
Yeah, it sounds like you're into the whiskey already.
No, not even there. I just had a bunch of sugar, which
Ah.
can be worse considering I have ADHD, but I have had a lot of sugar because there's ginger ale with cranberry. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay. Well, that worked. Hey, thinking of that, I went to do my shopping, bought myself a few bottles of soda. I noticed they have a new label, and I guess it's mandated across Canada where they have to put labels on that says this contains higher amounts of sugar.
Oh, cool.
It's like you're buying soda, basically flavored sugar water. Yes, it contains high amounts of sugar. And I understood by talking to somebody else is that they also have to put those labels on products that contain high fat and high sodium.
Oh,
I guess it's some new labeling thing, but I just thought it was bizarre.
yeah. I'm just looking at my Spinnaker's cranberry ginger ale, and yeah, there is a sticker in French and English saying high in sugars.
Yeah.
Health Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's a new Health Canada thing. Well, welcome to Canada, where people are too stupid to understand that if you buy something that's very sweet, it's high in sugar. All right. What do we got?
Next up.
Enter the chaos, huh? Well, let's see. How's this for chaos? Nope, that's not good enough chaos. We need other chaos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Coincidence?
Wow.
I think not.
There you go.
Mhm.
I think that works for chaos.
Sure, that works for chaos.
All right. I have 2 talking points. I should figure out what they're supposed to mean. One of them, WordPress is changing. Yes, WordPress is changing. It's changing both for the good and the bad.
Yeah, it's about equal because it's just the beginning right now.
Yeah, well, this last year was the very beginning. This last year of it was, and I think we have more to talk about that. We're talking about the past year and the chaos within. This is all talking about the last year. So, okay, so
Yeah.
we're at the point where we're talking about last year. So, okay, so as WordPress was changing, well, what has changed is the community there's become a bit, not quite a big rift, but there's become more of a rift in things. And there's a community that really wants to pull WordPress in one direction, and a community wants to pull it in the other direction. Of course, the community wanting to pull it in one direction is that the Gutenberg community, and then everybody else. There's the Gutenberg lovers, and then there's everybody else, which uses everything but Gutenberg.
Yeah.
And WordPress is still a viable product because of everything else, because there's some stats out there, in particular dealing with the classic editor, that over 50% of WordPress websites are using the classic editor. So,
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's about 50-50 for the community split right now. I feel like it's about half of us that can't understand Gutenberg, and then there's half of us that really get Gutenberg and work with it all the time.
every time I'm forced to use the block editor, I want to pull my hair out and rip my toes off with pliers.
Even the block editor's creator can't figure that stuff out.
Well, yeah, I proved that last year. We talked about that in last year's
Yeah.
show. The block editor's creator can't even figure it out. And they got so excited a couple of months ago when they introduced the ability to make changes on spacing. I forget what it was, but it was like that should have been like basic in the editor.
Yeah.
I still have problems when I do it. There's one program I use, which I thoroughly love, which is MailPoet. But the only way you can create the posts and templates and stuff is you have to use the block editor.
Oh.
You don't get the option to use Elementor. They are not
Oh, that
Elementor, but
sucks.
the classic editor. They don't support it. So it's the only thing, and it takes me like twice to 3 times as long as it should for me to do my work in that one particular thing. All right. So yeah, and the other changes I see, there's a lot of big changes in the development community, and in the development community, meaning the 2 types of development in the WordPress. There's 2 types of development. There is development of websites, and then there's development of plugins, or software side of it. What is happening a lot is there's been a lot of people, and I've seen it happen with a few of the people I follow on Twitter, where this last year they decided that they weren't doing enough income from development, and that's pretty hard to do. From web development to page development, it can be pretty hard to make a good regular income on it, because you build a website, it stays built for 3 to 5 to 7 years, so you got to keep finding new ones to build. Whereas if you build a plugin that is very popular, very usable, solves a problem, fixes a problem, has a fair price on it, it's continuous income. And all you got to do is keep improving that one plugin. And there's been a couple of them that's what they did at the beginning of the year. They were an agency doing page development, and they divested themselves of that to focus on their plugin development. And so that kind of split is happening in the community, and that kind of change is happening. The other changes is how people are thinking about the way they charge for their time. And that's been a big ongoing off and on discussions in X. Up on Twitter X, you can find there is a massively huge WordPress developers community, but they're not the same ones that are hanging out talking about Gutenberg.
No.
They're talking about all the other exciting, cool things that can be done. And yeah, the community's changed in this last year in great ways.
We've also had a large influx of new blood.
Well, yeah, this happens. And because you got to remember, a lot of the people in WordPress have been there, like me, going on 17 years now.
Is that all? I thought you were older.
No, I'm only 18. I'm only 18. I'm retiring. But no, I've been doing WordPress for 17 years. And a lot of the community's been doing it for 10, 15, 17 years. But we've got new young blood coming in that are getting excited about it. And the thing that's excited everyone again towards development has been AI.
Yeah.
Because AI it brings in a layer. For those that had gotten bored with it, like me, AI has given me new energy for doing this, because I can now take my ideas way further than I could before.
In our next show, I'm going to be diving a bit deeper into AI and all the changes that's brought.
Okay, and I'm supposed to bring my top 5 plugins for this year. Media Cloud, which is a really cool one for offloading all of your media, your video, your audio, your images, everything, offloading it all to the cloud. In particular, it connects beautifully with bunny.net. Check out our affiliate link for bunny.net and go sign up for an account there. My other top 5 that goes in every single website I build, whether they use comments or not, because it stops other types of spam, is Anti-Spam Bee. A plugin I discovered about 2 months ago. Well, actually, the developer, Dave, the friendly web guy over in the UK. Hi, Dave, if you're listening. He put out a thing asking if anyone would be interested in something like this, that he was building something for himself to do this. And I was like, yeah, me. Because I was actually starting to create my own plugin along this line. And if somebody's further along, well, let's let them create it. So he created this plugin. And what it does is allows you put it on the websites, all the WordPress sites you work on. When you log in, well, now it has an ability that when you log in, it reminds you to start your timer and count your time.
Which is so amazing.
He's also put in a new feature, and he's going to make it a more advanced feature. If you log out and you forgot to turn off the timer, it automatically turns off the timer. My record right now is 5 days. Of
My
coming,
record is about 400 hours.
what's 400 hours?
I don't know.
400 divided by 24 is 15 days. So yours is better than mine. So at any rate, it's like, yeah, it's easy enough to forget. You've been working, you think you've done everything, you're like, oh, fine, I'm out. Well, the other one is I have a bad habit of not logging out and just closing the tabs. He's working
That's
on
what I do.
yeah, he's working on a function. So if you close all the active tabs for that particular website, and it's not uncommon for me to have 10 or 15 tabs for one website open because
Yeah.
I'm doing multiple stuff, but I do close them all down when I'm done. Once you close down the last active tab, it will automatically shut down. He's working on that feature right now.
Oh man, that is so awesome.
Yeah, so there's some really cool stuff like ClickTalk. It has allowed me to understand how much time it takes me to build out a website or to do the code. And I've realized I've been undercharging for my time because sometimes it's like you work on something, you forget when you started, you look at when you ended, so you guess how many hours you did. And most of the time, you're gonna underguess what you've done. So now you can't bill for all the time. So this allows you to actually bill for every hour you're working. Get paid for all your time. Fantastic plugin, man. Just fantastic. Gravity Forms, of course. I've shouted about that one to the rafters for 16 years because I've been using Gravity Forms since shortly after I started in WordPress. Rank Math Pro. This last year, I've discovered the many benefits of Rank Math Pro and how beautifully easy it is to use in comparison to Yoast, and how much smoother it is, and how it doesn't impact your site like I discovered Yoast does. I didn't document it, but I probably should have. Anyway, I actually have a sixth one that I've just started really using. I've had it for a little while, used it off and on. It's called Descriptor. He's working on a better title for it, but it's an AI plugin that connects into your media library. And for all those images, yeah, you know who you are, every one of us out there, uploaded an image and you didn't bother to put a title or an alt tag or a description for it. And sometimes you need a caption. Well, this plugin here, you click a button, AI runs through, choose through for 10 measly credits of the AI. It kicks out a full title, alt tag, description, and a caption for it.
And it's actually really good. It doesn't give you that gobbledygook.
No, it gives you really good. Plus, currently, it's only got the option where you can go into the settings for it and you can enter a paragraph of text describing your business, what most of the images you'll be uploading should be, how it should react with the images. And I was having some minor issues getting exactly what I wanted. So I took the description we'd already created, I threw it into AI, and I had AI help me refine it down further by examining my website, figuring out what it's all about, and then fixing this description. I put it back in. All of a sudden, the images are coming out way more. The descriptions from Descriptor are coming out way better. But what he's adding to it, he's going to add a function because sometimes the images aren't always right. And what you've got there is your default works well, but he's adding a function where there'll be a small window. You can put in a few extra keywords about what this image is about, what this one specific image, and it will use that in conjunction with your site description to get you more accurate stuff for the image. So,
that is awesome.
So that one there can be found over at Web321 Descriptor. We'll put a link in the show notes. Okay, that is that. Oh, I do have a great big long extra list of plugins that I use regularly. Ivory Search, Elementor Pro, Disable XML RPC, Limit Login, Attempts Reloaded.
You got 25 there. That's
Yeah,
5 more than I wrote down.
Yeah, well, you know. That's my collection of stuff that goes in just about every website. You know, while we're talking about websites, we're gonna do some more humble bragging for all the people watching here on the YouTubes.
Awesome.
Because for some reason, I thought I had the browser page open. We talked about the other website with the browser page open, and I didn't have it up on the screen. How did that happen? Okay.
I have no idea. Magic.
This was a relaunch of the Rogues Oasis website. And, it's a fantastic website. It took me a lot of hours over the last couple of months to rebuild.
It looks awesome.
And I've completed the functionality on it. And the reason I was going into this one was I wanted to see how many plugins I have installed, because this is going to be one of my record high plugin sites. And it still performs pretty decently fast, considering I have, come on.
It's tinkering.
It's always tinkering when it goes into the dashboard, but going into the dashboard doesn't matter. It's the front end that matters most.
Yeah.
I have 73 active plugins.
Nice. Impressive.
With 85 installed, I'll probably be removing some of the ones that are inactive, but some of the ones that are inactive are ones
They're waiting.
They're in the plans to possibly activate.
Yeah.
I just haven't figured out whether or not they're useful. A couple of them are definitely going to be on, because I put them on, test them, went, nope, that doesn't work, and I just deactivate it, and I usually clean up later. But yeah. But go check out the roguesoasis.com. It's got some really great stuff. In fact, one of the great things I've gotten from it is where Grok has done some really cool stuff with my images for my news posts.
Yeah?
Well, let's see here.
Oh, cool.
This is one here.
That's awesome.
I needed a post to manage time, talking about time management, and there's what he created me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when I gave him the right prompt, man, he kicked this out, and it's like, wow, that's cool. That's how you battling the time demons is basically what this article's about. How to reclaim your time. And for those that missed out when we were talking earlier, here is the artwork again from dreamsabout.com. So you can go check those out. There we go. Some humble brag. This is some work done by WP Pro A to Z.com. Excellent agency. So if we can get our own stuff this good, well, imagine what we can do for you. All right. That's all I've got. Time for you to ramble on.
Yep. I got a few talking points. One of the things that I've noticed over the last 12 months is how very 90s we're going with all the design and everything. It's becoming popular. It makes me so happy.
That's your fault.
My fault.
Well, we rebuilt WP Plugins A to Z site last year about this time.
Yeah.
And you wanted it to have that 90s look and feel. And that's what we did with it. So you started the trend. It's your fault.
Excellent. I'm seeing it everywhere, and it makes me so happy, because it's like the pretty version, not the bright, flashy lights and ADHD brains splattered everywhere, hyperactivity kind of sites. It's actually really pretty.
Yeah, well, you got that, and we'll load up our, there's a WP Pro A to Z, which has got that 90s feel to it. Even the font.
With the buttons and everything. I love it. It's so much fun.
So yeah, that late 90s, early 2000 feel.
I love it. And I think it's awesome that people are embracing this again, because it's really cool, but it's also simple in a lot of ways. It's a simple kind of, I can't think of the word, style. There we go.
Yeah.
Hang on just a second.
Okay.
I need to answer this.
Okay, we're hanging on here. I'm off in the weeds on my own here. I'm going to have to keep babbling about something, waiting for Amber to show back up. What we'll do is we'll babble about the Rogues Oasis, because I am so proud of this site, because it took me a god-awful amount of hours. But in particular, I really like the front screen. The roguesoasis.com. The homepage is, oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Didn't want to pop you into the back end. So take a quick look. See everything.
What?
I'm wandering around the old Rogues Oasis, and I accidentally clicked into the back end, into the dashboard.
Oh, yeah. Dashboard is always kind of messy.
Well, it wasn't it. Mine's actually clean. I've learned how to organize my dashboards for every site I log into now. I now spend 5 minutes reorganizing all the boxes on the dashboard, so I see important stuff when I log into them. I've learned how to do that in the last few months, because there's certain things I need to see when I log into a site, and now they pop right in front of me.
Well, the next thing I was going to talk about is how over the past year, you and I have really only been bringing winner plugins to the show. We haven't really had very many shows this last 12 months where they have less than 4 stars. I think we've had like 2, 3, and maybe 1 with 2 stars at one point. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a pretty good year. And part of that is because people who are sending in the plugins, they keep sending us winners.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty amazing. I love it when people send us in plugins. And like, I actually have a stack of plugins right now that I have to get to because so many people sent in plugins over the last couple months. It's like, holy cow, got to get to those now.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few, but I don't really. I will have some occasional time with the other show that I've created. Well,
Yeah.
the other segment, it's not a different show. It's still WP Plugins A to Z, but we now have 3 segments to WP Plugins A to Z. You know, we have the show you and I do, then we have the interview show I do, and when I don't have someone to interview, we have my unplugged version of the show, where sometimes I go off the rails.
Yep, that is you.
hmm
So just the other thing I wanted to mention is about the change in the WordPress world over the last year. You were talking about how it's kind of going good and bad, and I think it's more good than bad
Oh
because
yeah.
like it's not just that people are getting excited again, it's also that the ideas that people are coming up with aren't being smacked down really fast.
Well,
Because
that's because nobody's listening to the people that do smack them down. They're being smacked down pretty fast, but now they've found a community, like the big community I'm in X. If you kick an idea out, they don't smack it down. They ask you, okay, well, what problem does it solve? How can you make it do better? They're like, oh, that's a crappy idea. Nobody will ever need the widget washing button for your website. And somebody else go, well, what does the widget washing button do? What's it going to wash? Is it going to wash away all those bloody internal ads inside the dashboard?
oh, that'd be great.
Well, there's actually a couple of guys doing that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, but what I mean is the big community now there's some minor fighting between the communities, like take Etch, the guy who leads Etch is a whiner and a fighter. The Ryan, who's over at WP Influence, he's a bear poker and he makes people think. Even the guy over at Etch, but Etch is so determined that, you shouldn't use anything, but he's a purist. He's a coding purist. He doesn't, he doesn't believe in Gary, I think is his name. He doesn't believe in using builders, page builders. Everything should be done on this coding. In fact, what he's built, Etch, is a page builder, except you're building pages in code. And when I did an interview with someone that helped me explain it to him, and I went, oh, it's Dreamweaver for WordPress.
So he's a Sheldon.
Yeah, well, that's basically what it is. But that's the whole thing, is there's people doing that. And I used to shy away from some of the harder topics on the show. But in this last year, I've embraced them and I've gone after the harder topics. So that's what's made the community better in many ways, is that sort of thing. And it's changing. People are changing. And the younger, fresh blood coming in, young blood automatically fights with those that are in charge. It's just built into their nature.
It is. We are all contrary.
That's why teenagers argue with their parents until they get older.
Continuously.
They get older into their 20s, sometimes 30s, and then they realize, wait a minute, I'm acting like my parent. How did that happen? They realize,
my top
my
5
parents-
plugins
Yeah, your top 5 plugins.
is IP and email control. This is a plugin that was created by John this year, and we use it all the time. It allows you to block all the IPs except the ones you put into the allow section from seeing your site until you are ready for the world to see it. Means that no bots, no people, nobody can get into it, because so far as I'm aware, it simply doesn't exist to anyone except those with the particular IP addresses.
Nothing gets in there. It literally blocks everything, because what it does is it puts some code into your htaccess file, and it stops all bot traffic except for the authorized IP addresses. But that's not the best part about what this plugin does, because this plugin was I designed it originally for dev sites. That's what we use it on, is all our dev sites. The thing is you got a dev site and you usually have a live site going at the same time. And sometimes when you've created your dev site, you've duplicated the live site, which sometimes will contain users and automations and other things. And you don't want your dev site still running its automations and sending out emails.
Oh, I had never even thought about that. That is a good
And
point.
that's what happened to me the first time. That's what caused me to create this plugin. Was I was working on a dev site, and all of a sudden I'm getting emails from the site, duplicates, and I realized, oh shit, the dev site's sending me emails. So I created it. I originally created it just to stop the email, and then I realized, wait, because I was manually inserting code into the htaccess file to block IPs, and I hated having to go in and do that instead from the back dashboard. So I had the plugin added to where from the back end of the dashboard you can go in there. And recently I did an update to it where I added, now you can add notes as to what IP addresses are being blocked and why.
Oh,
And which
that's
one
even more useful.
which ones are being allowed, not blocked. Because what you do is you create a list of allowed IPs, not blocked, a list of allowed IPs, and then it only allows those IPs and blocks everything else. So yeah, it's a great plugin. I've got to do a few more improvements to it. I made notes. Anyway, I've got it's over at my GitHub. You can get it at my GitHub repository where I have all kinds of cool random stuff there. I even recreated the snake game and got it fully functional and operational. I just have to refine it.
I'll have to grab that.
You've already grabbed it and played with it once.
Yeah, but you've done more to it. I have to grab it again.
Yes, well, you shouldn't. Well, one of the things is in all of my plugins, and I'm pretty sure the snake one. Let me go take a look at the snake one real quick. Let me go back to my repos here. Snake.
I want more small, ridiculous games for this because I think that there should be a game on every site.
Yeah, there's people putting random games, creating more random games.
I love it. It's so much fun.
Oh no, okay. I haven't added the code to the plugin yet for auto updates.
Okay.
So I will go in and add all the code for auto updates, and then anyone who's got I haven't even published it. I haven't even published this one first.
All right.
So
once you publish it, people can get it.
yeah, basically what I did was I took the original Snake plugin that was in the WordPress repo, and then I forked it. And that's the whole joy of WordPress and code is if somebody's got a plugin that you really like, but they don't want to do what you want, you take that code and you make it do what you want while using what they've created. That is the joys of open source. Anyway, we're rambling on.
My number 2 that for this last year has been login timeout sessions. I found it sometime at the beginning of last year, and it's really useful because what it does is it sets up an automatic logout for your site. You can set it to a certain amount of time. If somebody is inactive, say for half an hour, it'll automatically log them out.
How does
believe.
How does that one work? How well does it work? Because I've been hunting for a login timeout session plugin. I haven't found a good one yet.
That one, works.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Oh,
Recently.
I thought this is one that we use on one of our client sites. It works well enough.
Okay, I don't remember.
Okay. Well, it works well enough. It does the same thing that government sites do, where if you're inactive for a certain amount of time, it just kicks you out. It's really useful. I haven't actually checked on it to see if it's still up to date. I'm pretty sure it is, but I do remember using that and loving it.
I'm looking at it now. It was last updated a month ago, so they're keeping it up to date. I don't know. Let's go look at where is the...
Where's their what? Their information? Their explanation?
Their changelog.
Changelog.
Development. There it is. Changelog. Okay. 121 month ago, critical bug, malformed array, incorrect get option. They did a whole bunch of fixes, time units fixes, checkbox value, automatic deletion. They did a whole bunch of work to it. And previous to that, it was nothing but stable releases. So be nice if they put it. No, it said last updated a month ago, and this is their changelog. So,
well, I guess we'll see what happens.
yeah, we'll see. I'm going to take that for a test run because I've been trying to hunt that down because there's a couple of sites I work on with clients that are in there regularly, and yet the clients, because I started using that other plugin you brought, the Full Works one that shows everybody, all the users that are logged in.
Yeah.
I've started using that. So now I know if they're there or not. But what happens is I know that they're not there, but they never log out of the site. And this is a site that needs to be logged out of.
I see.
It's like this thing here is only useful when the site needs to make sure people log out of it.
Yeah.
If you run a membership site like the Oasis is a membership site, I need something like this to put in there so that my members get forced logged out if they abandon, that they do, like I've closed my window and they've left, so now they get logged out, and this is what I'm looking for, is things to do that sort of thing.
The next one I have is sync post with other site. This is one that we were using for a while. And this is what we used to replace, I think it was called WP Migrate by Delicious Brains.
No, it wasn't WP Migrate.
Okay.
It was a similar name to Sync Post. And the developers abandoned it and left it. And then the ones with Sync Post took it and recreated it. And they took that code and they forked it to create this. And Sync Post works great. We still use it all over the place. One of the great places I find it's useful is when you're redeveloping a client's website, they're still actively putting content into the site, new fresh posts and other things. You set this up and you can set this plugin up where it automatically chooses the website to send content to, and you can send it to the dev site. So.
Yeah, it's a really good one that I found, and I'm really happy with it. I was really sad when Delicious Brains shut down their version of it because we were using it so regularly.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. That's the joy of it. But yeah, it's a great plugin.
And then the last one is Seasonal Effects and Notice Bar, formerly known as Halloween Animations.
Yeah, that's your new toy.
It is my new toy because you can take all of the different seasons and mix them together. Currently, I have Christmas and Halloween mixed together on my site for decorations, and they have soundtrack, which is really cool. And the user gets to choose whether or not they're going to subject themselves to the soundtrack. It's really awesome.
That's cool.
And all you have to do is like refresh it, and the soundtrack stops. And you have to click the button to get it back. But it's so cool. I love it so much. And it doesn't slow down your site. It plays well with others. And it's free. So it definitely is something worth checking out. And then I've got 20 of other additional things that I often want. There's another one that I want to talk about, which was putting things what is it called? You put things at the bottom of your...
You can't read your own notes that say keep new admin items in the bottom.
There we go.
Maybe
Thank you.
My
eyes skipped right over it.
Maybe you need to drink more whiskey.
Absolutely. Give me half more bottle and I'll be good. So keep new admin items in the bottom. Bit of a silly one, but it's so cool. It puts everything down at the bottom of your menu option on the left-hand side. Every time you install something new that is going to be going into your menu area, it throws it at the bottom. And it'll put things in order, not alphabetical order. It's like in a timeline order. So like you install 3 things, it'll be 1, 2, 3, rather than just higgledy-piggledy all throughout the menu like we're used to. I love it.
Cool. All right. And then you've got a list, and that pretty much wraps us with all the stuff that we had for our Christmas special holiday. I hope everyone enjoyed it and our rambling of miscellaneous stuff. What have you got to say? Anything?
Happy Merry Christmas.
Happy Merry Christmas. Yes, okay. Happy Merry Christmas it is. And with that, we're going to let our girl take us on out of here, and we will see you all for the New Year show, which again will be pre-recorded.
Reminders for the show. All the show notes can be found at wppluginsa-z.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the newsletter for more useful information delivered directly to your inbox. WP Plugins A-Z is a show that offers honest and unbiased reviews of plugins created by you, the developers, because you support the show. Help keep the show honest and unbiased by going to wppluginsa-z.com/donate and set the donation level that fits your budget. Help us make the show better for you by subscribing and reviewing the show through your favorite podcast app. You can also watch the show live on YouTube at WP Plugins A-Z, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications of all new videos. You can also follow the show on X at WP Plugins A-Z. John can be reached directly through the website, wpproa2z.com, or email him at john@wppro.ca. Amber can also be contacted through the website at wpproa2z.com, or email her directly, amber@wppro.ca. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
That's all we got. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Oh my god, that is amazing!
Oh no. Obviously, we just lost the satellite feed. That sucks.